What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the second episode of Peach Boy Riverside. This one's titled Ogres and Humans. Okay, so, we've made it a full week through the summer season, and we're now back with our first show that we started with. There's some actual interesting bits that I've learned thanks to you guys on the channel, as well as in my own little findings. So, first things first, I'll start with the thing I've just recently found out before we get into like recaps and stuff, is this series is actually airing in two different ways. So the version that we get to see here in the West on like Crunchyroll here, and I assume the version that is also airing on Japanese television, this is called just the on-air version, so as aired, and it's going in the order that it's going in. But if you are on the Japanese streaming platform, where is it? D-Anime Store? I don't know if I'm getting that right, it's just what I'm reading here. That's actually airing the chronological timeline. So what we're seeing here on the on-air version is not how the events chronologically are happening in the actual, like, universe. So what we just watched last week was episode 2. What we're about to watch now is episode 3 of chronological, and the first episode chronologically doesn't happen until episode 4, which is kind of interesting to think about. Basically means 4 is going to be a flashback episode for us, more than likely. Maybe going back to when the princess here first met what do you call it? What do they even call them? I forgot what they actually called them. The one that was going around like slaying demons and stuff that she's now chasing after. I think that'll probably be their first encounter. Maybe going back to the tentacle hentai scene, essentially, that we saw as well, because people noticed she did have the twin tail design as opposed to her current hairstyle, which is more in referencing how she looked previously and may have changed in order to suit what she's doing now. So that's kind of interesting for, I just kind of found out. And thanks to someone in the comments, let me actually get your name here so I'm not, so I'm giving appropriate credit, because I didn't even think of this, and this is actually like a really good find. Like a really good find I never would have thought of. Where is it? Comment section. So this is to Zyrina? Zyrina? I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. But linked an image, and I highly recommend you go back last week and check this comment. But there is an image of a screen, or a couple of screens from Dragon Maid, who the original creator of this also did Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So they've got two anime series airing at the same time, which is kind of cool. I don't think that happens too often for anime creators, essentially. Where you can see Frau's design and the walrus ogre, I think his name's Set, if I remember correctly. We actually see both of their designs in Dragon Maid, and it's like, Set, you could say, okay, a little bit of a stretch, but Frau, it's like, that's just straight up Frau. Different tone, but that is just straight up Frau. I mean, come on. So, that's a nice little Easter egg that was probably put in to reference his other works, but at the same time, it's now actually really relevant, because now they're both in anime form, which I just think is really, really cool. And yeah. Thank you, everyone, for your comments on stuff relating to the Momotaro folktale, everything around that, particularly to Rex, as usual, because Rex is very knowledgeable about this stuff and is very, very helpful. Especially talking about, like, Onis, because they can be ogres or demons, depending on how you want to translate it, and all this stuff about the moon, and how Frau has so many, like, moon references, because I didn't even know this, but for Japan, they see a rabbit pounding mochi on the moon. Like, that's just a thing that apparently people see. I've never heard that. Wait, no. I've probably heard that in passing on anime and just never really thought much of it. Whereas here in the West, we see a man's face on the moon, and to be honest, I've never even heard that one. I've never really heard any, like, idea like that. But apparently a lot of Frau's, like, the mallet is like a mochi pounding mallet, so it's like there's a reference. Being in a sailor uniform, potentially Sailor Moon reference. And yeah. So, bunch of things like that. And also the translations. Carrot Debt, as much as Carrot Debt is a great little meme that I'm sure will be birthed from this show, it's not actually it. It's carrot gratitude, or in thanks for the carrot. So it's like, technically carrot debt is correct. It's like, oh, saying you're doing something in thanks for something is because you feel like you have taken a debt in taking that thing. So technically you could say that was correct, but it's like kind of implies something a bit different. But carrot debt's funnier, let's be real. So I think the translation and the subtitling team kind of made a good idea there. I think they might have been thinking about how the Western world would take it. I think, yeah, carrot debt definitely works better. And yeah, so far, so good with this show. I would not say that this is anywhere near like being one of my favorites of the season. I'm hoping that it stays engaging for these next 2 episodes, because this is a relatively busy day. I'm not exactly opposed to dropping a show to make my life a little easier. I don't think this one's really the one at risk of it. I think Scarlet Nexus is, but I guess we'll see. More interested in the backstory, and I think Momotaro character, I think we're going to get more of them today as well. At least I hope so. And maybe we'll see how that's going to get linked into it. Also, the show is a little... the show's a little more gory than I expected, which is kind of interesting, and I'm kind of curious to see how far they're willing to push that, especially with the on-air version. Because, like, I'm sure the Blu-ray, when this eventually comes out, might tone it up a little bit, because they don't need to censor it as much. It's usually the benefit of doing Blu-ray as opposed to on-air TV, but I guess we'll see what ends up happening. So, as per usual, we do timer-based version here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, you can go to my Patreon down description below. £4 a month gives you access to all picture-in-picture actions I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Symphogear, and Lock Horizon. Still working through things on where they actually fit into the week. World Trigger's sets, just need to figure out the other 2. They'll probably... One of them's definitely going to be on a Monday, and I think Symphogear will probably end up being on Mondays. Lock Horizon, who knows? I guess we'll see. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time of the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play side episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. We'll watch this one on Crunchyroll since they're the ones who licensed it. No logos or anything, we're just straight into the episode. We're looking at, I think this was the other ogre that was, the one that fired the blast at the wall and is now regressed in age because of it. I think we're looking at her and some butterflies or something. So we'll probably start off with her in some capacity. But you can use the screen flash on my face, the mic, or this part of my headset to tell when the scenes are transitioning. That should help you sync it up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into episode 2, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Butterflies. Yep, it's her. I was right, it was Set, that was the name of the walrus. I forget her name, though. Hey, okay, we are going to get this one. Oh shit. Oh shit. Yep. They? I guess we are following orders from someone. Doesn't want to just take a cheap kill, okay. OP time. Interesting. They both have the peach in their eyes. That's right. I forget your name. She was with them in that shot. That's interesting. Weird. We're gonna try and ally with her to have information, I guess? Kind of interesting. Didn't expect that. I mean, I know we saw this before, but it's like, that still caught me off guard that that was happening. Here we go. Ogres and humans. Yep. Mm-hmm. Casual. Immediately pulls back. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Yep. What's the purpose? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Interesting idea. Hmm. A little Peach on that band, I see. Oh boy. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh wow. Okay. Jandor, okay. Sendor. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Not here to save them. Just, yep. Yep. Okay. Yeah? Sure about that now? Hmm. Did you even hit? Yeah? Oh, shit. Ha. Michael bullshit the fact that she couldn't move if she wanted to. Was it ever sane to begin with? Jesus. Yep, unscathed. Yep. Oof. You're actually gonna kill her in kid form? Well, she should still exist, but. Huh? Oh. Oh. That smile. And back to normal. Oh. Okay. Hmm. So, get rid of both of those. Now just normal girl. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Pretty evil. I like that. Oh. Just didn't want to kill her. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna guess someone from the royal family. Ooh, Jesus. I mean, you killed it. Mm-hmm. Hawthorne, that was his name, okay. Hmm. Uh, mm-hmm. It was. Because yes, if I'm okay to walk, I check my arms first. Oh boy. Yep, they're now celebrities. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Huh? Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Especially once they've had their eyes and horns dealt with. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not exactly wrong. It's an ogre, though. But, yeah. Hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ah. It's not exactly obvious at the moment, but... Okay. You don't have any power. Mm-hmm. You say the name. Jesus. Oh. Okay. Who's this approaching? Whoever was ordering us to come here and attack, probably. Hmm. Hmm. Yep. Easy way out. Face. Oh shit, okay. It's a million level door breaking right now. Uh huh. Yep. If in doubt, kill a few. Jesus! Jesus! Okay. So I'm guessing this is that one. So no horse? Whoa. Whoa! What? Okay. Goodbye Kingdom, I guess. That's a scary level of power. That's a scary level of power to just say goodbye Kingdom. Okay. ED time. Now we know why it's us four companions traveling together. Haven't met this character yet. That's the one we just recently met. Very briefly. Possibly related to that girl from the church. Okay. But at the same time, I think it's going to be related to the royal family that she's from. Especially considering the difference there. We still will go into Mikoto's backstory. So I'm thinking the one that wiped out the kingdom was that one on the far left of that shot. I mean, that was the one that was approaching, right? During the episode, so that's probably one that annihilated the kingdom. Next episode, Sally and the Crossroads. Okay. Well then, I mean, that ramped up very quickly. That ramped up massively quickly. It's like, okay, chase after them. They're trying to escape with an ogre girl. We should probably not allow that to happen. Oh, goodbye, entire kingdom. Like, Jesus Christ. Just gone like that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. That was, how to go from 0 to 100 real fast. Really, like, God. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was something. Well, we now know why we're all traveling together like this. Hawthorne literally has nowhere to return to. We just jailbreaked out our ogre girl. Okay, kind of curious to see what Blonde Boy has to do with this. I'm going to guess probably family member, more than likely. I mean, the way they showed it with Mikoto and then him next to it, like, she turned away from her family to go chasing after Mikoto. So it's like, that was the two different sides of her, basically. So the thing she's chasing after and the thing she's running away from simultaneously. I wonder where the tentacle hentai incident kind of falls into that timeline. Maybe that was this. I think that may be the situation that Mikoto probably saved her from, and that's what inspired her to go chasing after them. To go, I say them because I'm not convinced it's a boy, and I'm not convinced it's a girl either. I don't know at this point, so I'm just going to use they when referring to Mikoto because I genuinely do not know. I'm fairly certain, like, my gut instinct is saying it's going to be a girl, just because the main character thinks it's a guy, but everyone else, at least our little ogre girl here, believes it was a girl. So that makes me think that the reveal is going to be, oh, I'm actually a girl, not a boy. That's my thinking, just based on, like, the tropes and stuff that come with it. Also, since most of the other girls of this show seem to be quite stacked, I feel like they'll pull that as like, oh yeah, we don't just have stacked girls. Just as a way of doing it. That's where my thinking's going with regards to that. But it's not important whether it's a boy or girl, really. Let's be real. What's more important is that Mikoto is another, or was the original Momotaro, and for some reason Sally is also like that. The question is, why are they both like that? How did Sally's just manifest itself there? Had it manifested itself before? Why wouldn't it have done so if she was being attacked by an only the first time? If that tentacle hentai monster was one. Maybe that was her first activation and she just forgot. I don't know about that. I guess we'll see. Anyway, yes, Sally on the Crossroads next time. I don't know what episode that is in relation to the time series version that they're calling it, which is the actual chronological order. I know episode 4, so the week after next week, is meant to be the very first episode chronologically speaking. I don't know if they're actually going to bother going that much beyond that with the time series version in relation to future events or not, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, a good episode. Again, this show it's not peak 9, 10 out of 10 material. It's a solid 7 to 8, and I think that's kind of what it's aiming to be at this point. I don't think it's ever going to hit like the super high expectation that you'd expect from a high-end show, but it's certainly entertaining. I'm enjoying the action of it. I'm reasonably intrigued by the circumstances that we're in, and I'm kind of curious to see how they end up linking that all back together. And, yeah. So, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 live you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.